hardcore.
Not gonna lie, if you still do streaks in 2023, bro, you got kids in the basement or something. I don't know, bro. I swear to God, if you still do streaks in 2023, you are a middle-aged to old man who poses to be a 16-year-old girl trying to meet up with these little boys. I'm telling you. Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy OgMk, and today we're going to be reacting to failed platforms that died off quickly and miserably. We all know, rest in peace, all those apps everybody was on in middle school, high school, that we just do not use no more. I could think a couple off the bat, to be honest, like Snapchat. Everybody was on Snapchat in middle school and like early high school. I stopped using Snapchat like around that senior year, junior year mark. Like, niggas do not use Snapchat. People were only using Snapchat for one thing and one thing only. If you know, you know. But when you after that school shit, niggas do not use Snapchat like that no more, unless you're some type of influencer or you trying to push something out there. What is it? And then another app, this going way back, Vine, that died within like what, 3 years, 4 years that it lasted, something like that. I know that shit died off like when I was in middle school. It came out in middle school and it died in middle school, so that should tell you already, because that shit was not in ninth grade year. I know that shit was in ninth grade year. But let me stop holding y'all boys, man. I just did a whole bunch of rambling. Let's get straight into the video.
YouTube is one of the biggest video sharing websites on the internet.
Facts.
Ever, ranking
I don't think YouTube would ever die off.
Active users as of today.
Like,
when the platform was first created,
I don't think YouTube would never die off, bro.
The founders of YouTube probably never thought it would grow to the current size that it is at now. Before 2005, video sharing on the World Wide Web was really unheard of. There were a few websites that offered video sharing, but nothing as transcending as YouTube, especially when Google bought YouTube back in 2006 for over $1 billion. With the rise of YouTube, there would be competitors that tried to overtake the platform by offering unique ideas and benefits for uploading to their site, as YouTube became more strict with the content uploaded to the platform. But nothing and no one was able to take down this gigantic website. YouTube has
Vine
a
couldn't take it down,
which can't be said for other platforms that tried to be the next big video sharing or live streaming website. Today we take a look at 5 websites that tried their hardest to be the next big video sharing or live streaming or even
I know Snapchat gotta be one of them,
platform like Netflix, but failed miserably. Now, if you enjoy this kind of content, leave a like and subscribe to the channel at the end of the video. Now, let's get into 5 of the platforms that failed miserably.
Bro, Mixer. Oh my god. If you use Mixer, bruh, you play with your kneecaps. Well, I'm sorry, but you play with your ass cheeks, but you do something that we do not know about. I swear to God.
Oh, YouTube isn't the only platform that has had its fair share of competitors. Twitch was also another website that
Twitch is a big competitor in the past,
and is currently competing with Kick.com.
But yeah,
this was
Kick
the
finna knock
first
them
time
niggas
a
out.
new live streaming website would come around to try and pay off Twitch's big streamers in order for them to get that specific streamer and their audience onto their own platform. Mixer is one of the bigger disappointments when we discuss platforms that failed miserably. This was due to the big names that left Twitch in order to switch to Mixer on exclusive deals. Originally named Beam in May of 2016, when the platform launched, it was quickly acquired by Microsoft in August of that same year. Microsoft saw the potential with breaking into the live streaming category, so they'd take a chance with this
Ninja went to Mixer
live streaming platform. Beam was later changed to Mixer.
That's the only person I know.
The platform was
and was it also Dr. Disrespect or someone like that?
Was having a low latency streaming protocol, which was great because streamers on Mixer were able to interact with the community faster than any other streamer on any other platform.
Oh,
Just like Twitch, the service service was free to use, but unlike Twitch, Mixer was not available as an app on the PlayStation 4. And in order to use the PS4 to view your favorite streamer on Mixer, you had to use Sony's web browser to get access to the Mixer platform, which was difficult if you only had access to a PS4 and didn't have a computer. It was a lot of workaround in order just to go on one platform.
Why didn't they make it available on the PlayStation
platform? But regardless of some of these issues that made it harder to watch Mixer on the PS4, Mixer still had the footing to compete against Twitch. And in order to really compete, Mixer went after two big streamers on Twitch.
Boy.
In 2019,
seeing
after
Paladins have 1,800 viewers is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
A fairly new platform, Microsoft began talks with Ninja. Ninja at this time in 2019 was the biggest Fortnite streamer on the platform, and a year prior
this was back in his heyday, huh? Hell yeah, back in his heyday.
His ability to grow his personal brand outside of video games. At least that's what his wife and manager Jessica Belvin stated in an interview with The Verge. She also stated that Twitch's community was also an issue and how Tyler was losing the love for gaming and was losing himself because of how toxic Twitch and its community was towards Tyler. So Tyler signed an exclusive contract with Mixer, a move that would see Mixer's app surge to the top of the App Store for free apps. This was a big deal for Mixer, but this short stint of being on top would come with its own issues. The two original founders of Mixer would step down and leave the platform in October of 2019, and the concurrent viewers on Mixer was continuing to drop every single month after Ninja joined the platform. In an attempt to fix this issue, Mixer signed Shroud. But once again, they found themselves in a position where their creators weren't bringing in as many new viewers as they had.
I never watched Shroud, but I know he's a big ass
there were new streamers
Call of
who
Duty
created their
YouTuber.
accounts in order to become the next Ninja or Shroud to get as much money as possible. Mixer continued to struggle to keep up with Twitch, and in June of 2020, Mixer would announce that they were shutting down services in the following month. In an interview with The Verge, Microsoft executive Phil Spencer would state, "We started pretty far behind in terms of where Mixer's monthly active viewers were compared to some of the big players out there." He'd continue with, "I think the Mixer community is really going to benefit from the broad audience that Facebook has through their properties and the abilities to reach gamers in a very seamless way through the social media platform Facebook
So they
has."
integrated
now,
to
Ninja
Facebook?
eventually opened up on the Courage and Nadeshot show to speak about Mixer and the platform's issues for why it failed.
That I was supposed to. I think it was like 100. This was like peak COVID too. So this is like a 150-hour requirement. I think I had a month. I was doing 300 easy. So like I wanted it to win. You know what I mean? I want people to know. I wasn't like I just signed this big deal and I like cashed out, and like I was streaming double my requirements for 6 months straight. Okay, and it still didn't work out, and it wasn't for lack of want. If it wasn't Fortnite, and if I wasn't like winning every other game that ass, like it wasn't like you weren't getting 8K, 9K. But if I was doing Fortnite only for, you know, 12 hours and I was just playing out of my mind, I could hit maybe 10K, which was like, you know, somewhat amazing. But, and you know, we really believed in Mixer too. Like, actually, I want you to, like, I want all my fans and everyone to know, like, dude, the amount of like faith that we actually had
300 hours is crazy.
Was going to be that big of like there was just this wall, bro, where we would talk to Mixer and we were like, hey, like this is what really is preventing people from coming onto the platform. And then they were like, okay, we gotta go to Microsoft, so it'll be like a year.
Ninja and Shroud both walked away richer than ever, with Ninja making $50 million and Shroud making $10 million when Mixer bought out his contract. Mixer struggled with promoting the site outside of signing Ninja and Shroud. I think people over at Microsoft just assumed that when they signed Shroud and Ninja to an exclusive deal that their audience would follow them. And even though Mixer was able to grow, the platform was underperforming with new viewers. Mixer had issues with their platform. It wasn't that user-friendly, so when the new users would visit the platform, it was tough for them to acclimate to the new UI and controls. Mixer brought in a new way to interact with streamers during live streams, but failed to build a community organically, which left them purging all of their money into streamers in hopes that they can bring an audience to the site, which only worked for a few months before the viewers went back to the easier UI of Twitch.
And then they only brought
over viewers if your site is difficult to maneuver on. And with Microsoft taking its
Fortnite only
issues on Mixer
I don't know what Shroud was doing, but
I
don't think Fortnite only would have brought that. Who the hell is Storyfire? What the?
Storyfire, unlike Mixer, is still around as of today and is a platform that intertwines social media like Twitter and Facebook with video creation. The idea behind Storyfire comes from the founder, who is a big YouTuber. Jesse Ridgway, aka McJuggernuggets, is the co-founder and co-creator of Storyfire.
Okay, I've heard of his name on YouTube.
In 2017, when YouTube started to crack down on the content that was uploaded to their site. Jesse was impacted a lot once YouTube started putting an emphasis on family-friendly content, but mostly because his content was centered around his character that he portrayed in every single video, which was him just freaking out, or with his dad being psycho and destroying all of his stuff, usually with a chainsaw or running it over with a lawnmower. After the changes to the YouTube platform and its policies started to take a toll on Jesse's channel.
So he wanted to make it when YouTube was really on that family-friendly shit, bro. YouTube was not a fun place to be on nor watch. I'm not gonna lie.
In 2017, Storyfire was created and Jesse would do his best to bring relevancy to the platform. Storyfire would create a Twitter account and start to build its audience and community almost instantly. At first, Jesse made it seem like this would be a big competitor to YouTube, because unlike the other platforms that failed in the past, Storyfire was a platform that was created by a YouTuber. Jesse would show his analytics on Storyfire and just how much he made through advertisements on the app. He stated that Storyfire would make you more money than YouTube ever could, but this new, fresh platform started to sour pretty quickly. And this comes after the multiple signings of other content creators like Boogie2988, Keemstar, and Kid Behind the Camera. These signings could and should have helped the platform, but many of these profiles have been left abandoned if we look at the platform as of today. You see, Storyfire wanted to implement a new form of currency called Blaze, and this was going to be the new way you'd cash out with all the millions you made on the platform. But this method of transaction still has not been implemented as of today. Not only was the platform lying to its creators, but Jesse also lied multiple times, with multiple videos being released about Storyfire either being shut down in the near future or painting Storyfire as something that could potentially fail.
So
Jesse accidentally set in motion the downfall of his own
so
product.
it just wasn't making money.
Build a foundation
he just wasn't making money on the site.
Because over time, the foundation will start to crack, and the structure built upon that foundation will start to be unstable, which is what happened with Storyfire. CoffeeZilla uploaded a video titled "The Boy Who Cried Storyfire," which looked into the many times Jesse lied about Storyfire and its funding. Every time Jesse uploaded a video speaking about Storyfire failing or needing funding, he would inadvertently ruin the credibility of his own site. If you are a big YouTuber or even someone that is willing to invest into a platform that could have the potential to beat YouTube one day, you wouldn't want the owner of that platform showcasing negativity on the site he was trying to compete against. It would get so bad that Jesse would even say that he was stepping down from the company after they sold it as an NFT for $14,000, after Jesse supposedly put in millions of dollars into funding the Storyfire project. Optimus even uploaded a video speaking about the state of Storyfire and why he left the platform years prior.
These guys went on a nutty recruiting streak. Even I was involved. I jumped over on Storyfire and got like 60,000 subscribers, and people were actually uploading content, and then, well, I mean, the website failed everybody. I mean, everyone stopped using Storyfire because of the lack of features. I mean, you were uploading videos to a limited, community, I guess, but all the features that they've been promising for years haven't even shown up on the website yet. For instance, the Blaze cash out, which is like how you can cash out the website's currency for IRL money. They've been teasing this feature for like 2 years now. I remember when I was joining the website for the first time, they were talking about, oh, we should have this out in the next couple months. We should have Blaze cash out in the next couple months, guys. Fucking Donald Trump was president when they were saying this, and then now we got Joe Biden in office. He's halfway through his term, and they still haven't added this feature to the website, man. It's still not available. So if you have Blaze on the website, the only thing you can do with it is basically sit there and hold it, because they are not letting you cash this out. They are not letting you take your paycheck to the bank, man. And that's one of the big reasons why I refuse to use it.
I was going to say, yeah, it's just money.
Because it really shows a lack of trust. You know what I mean? If I'm waiting for years for you to implement the most basic features onto your platform, What the fuck do you think I'm gonna come use your website for? I mean, and it really kind of addresses these issues too, of them going around and spamming Warhammer creators and stuff like that, man. It's like, you wouldn't have this problem of lack of users and lack of creators wanting to talk about your platform and talk on your platform in all reality if you just implemented features that people wanted. For instance, I'm gonna compare YouTube and Storyfire to one another real quick here. So YouTube recently introduced something called gifted memberships, which is basically like gifting subs on Twitch. So eligible creators who are streaming can have people in the audience donate memberships to people in the audience. So like someone can buy,
something simple.
5 memberships to Optimus.
I thought everything had that.
And 5 people can get those memberships, right? They announced this feature like a month ago, and they've already expanded beta access and have already confirmed that it'll probably be coming by the end of the year for all eligible creators. And this is just one of the many features that YouTube is working on. And this is a company that I slander a lot because of, you know, their ability to mess up when they update their website and not do the right thing, right? And I'm giving them praise right now in comparison to Storyfire. If that doesn't say anything, I don't know what does. To continue to see Storyfire fall further and further into the depths of just cringe and dog shit product is genuinely sad, because back when I actually jumped on board, it really was something I thought could contend with YouTube. But boy, was I wrong about that. It wasn't even close.
Storyfire was a good idea,
that nigga was
critics couldn't see
going
past
in.
the owner of the company painting the project.
I thought we were going to be doing... I really thought it was going to be straight social media apps, though. I didn't think it was going to be some off-brand
There was always 2 more
YouTube,
that made it seem
off-brand
like
Twitch.
Storyfire, and its funding was struggling.
But this is still...
Storyfire probably would have had a better
This is still
outcome.
interesting
The person who was
nonetheless,
promoting
though.
it made the product look like it was the best thing in the world. But instead, it was promoted as if it was going to fail, just to keep the funds coming in from clickbaiting his audience on Jesse's YouTube channel to pour more money into the project. But it was just a cycle to where he would clickbait his audience, they would think that Storyfire was falling, so people on Storyfire would leave the website, or the website wouldn't get that much funding because investors were afraid that it was going to fail. So then Jesse would make another video trying to say that the website was going to fail, and it was just a constant cycle where we would see Jesse lie about the website and then bring life back into the website a couple months after that.
Yeah, blue balling. Okay, here we go, Vine. Yeah, so it did shut down 2016. Okay, I knew I wasn't tripping.
Now, for all you youngins out there that haven't
I
been
swear
around
that
for
shit
long,
started in
Vine
middle
was
school
a
and
6-second
ended in
video
middle
sharing
school,
app
like
that was
2-3 years
Twitter
later,
in
I swear to God.
2013, well before the app even launched independently. From the jump, Vine was trendy. People really enjoyed how short the videos were, and short-form content started to take over the internet for the first time ever.
Vine was ahead of its time, bro.
Content,
I don't even know why
the
Vine
myth,
even
legend,
ended.
Mark Zuckerberg would try to compete with Vine in 2013, shortly after the app was picking up steam. Instead of short 6-second videos, Instagram increased the length of the videos to 15 seconds. But it still seemed like Vine was far ahead of its competition. But over the years, Vine started to stumble upon a problem. These Vine stars that were huge were making content on the app for absolutely no money. And outside of brand deals, the Vine app was not giving them any money. And Vine itself was just not trying to give these stars anything for compensation. These Vine stars were bringing in an audience over to the app, so they felt
I thought
like
people
they
on Vine were making money
fairly,
for the videos they was
because
making.
back in 2015, at the platform's peak, the stars of Vine were generating an audience of over 200 million daily active users. With any platform, if you have stars that are bringing in
they are
viewers,
not trying
you
to
should be
pay
listening
that
to
out.
those people. The issue with Vine was that the executives never listened to the creators who were bringing in their audience, which in turn brought forth the app's demise.
Right, there was
18
so
of the
many
top
big
Vine
creators,
stars
bro.
held a meeting with the executives of Vine. This happened in 2015. They asked the execs for $1.2 million for each creator to post 12 Vines each month. This would drive engagement to the platform and keep it relevant. Along with being compensated fairly, creators also wanted fillers for their comment sections on Vine.
So they wanted 1.2 mil each for 12 videos a month. 12 videos a month, 1.2 mil. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. For only 12 videos, I'm paying you 1.2 million. For only 200 million views, and I'm pretty sure they were all bringing in the same viewers. Oh no, 1.2 mil. I'm just looking at the videos created. 12 videos created a month for only 1.2 mil. Nah, for a 7-second clip. Yeah, nah, that ain't. I would have been on the executive side. That's not even if we speaking straight business. 12 videos, 7 seconds. Like, come on now. That's not even more than 30 minutes of content.
Were abused by the people viewing their vines, and the stars wanted to make the app more friendly to its creators, which was a problem in the past, which led to bigger creators moving to other apps that had the ability to block certain words in their comment sections and to kind of block out the bullying. These changes to the platform should have been easy to make work, but the
I feel like you should have been able to make money.
Vine stars moved on to different platforms and took them more seriously. There was just no reason to stay on an app that didn't pay the creators.
Because look at TikTok. TikTok is paying niggas pennies.
Dead. And the biggest Vine stars,
even though they're getting millions of views, millions of likes, and they're getting
of the creators
pennies
on Vine that had the ability to attract a huge audience. If Vine would have listened to their creators, they probably would have been still around as of today. But instead, Vine released a statement.
I don't think, so it wasn't a 1.2 mil each. Or
millions of people have turned to Vine to laugh at loops and see creativity.
It's just the fact they were getting zero to no money from the app itself.
The mobile app. This is another prime example of why you need to listen to your creators who drive traction to the product. The Vine stars just wanted to be compensated fairly, but Vine and Twitter let their creators down, which ultimately left the app in disarray. It's pretty sad to think that Vine and Twitter, modern day TikTok, with even better funding, but the executives just didn't want to spend any money or even listen to the creators and their advice.
Who is this?
When hearing the name Quibi, you probably don't think it would be a competitor to Netflix, or you probably don't even know what Quibi is.
I do not know what this is.
Netflix, a video-on-demand service on your phone, which allowed you to watch short-form content like drama shows that were usually 5 to 10 minutes long, either vertically or horizontally. This marketing strategy targeted users that were always on the go. If you were on the train platform, waiting to go to work, or on the bus waiting to go to school, Quibi was a way to watch great content vertically on your phone, which made it easier to watch things without having to use two hands to hold the phone horizontally. But this was a product that struggled with a target audience. Not only were there already established giants within the industry, but consumers really didn't see a reason to pay $5 a month just to watch videos vertically.
Oh, and it had a subscription. Oh, yeah, y'all tripping.
Failure was due to multiple reasons. The first reason had to do with the content that was provided. See, in order to get any type of footing in the market of video on demand, Quibi bought up all the scripts and projects that HBO Max, Hulu, and Netflix just rejected. This sometimes isn't really a bad thing because maybe Netflix or HBO Max or Hulu just missed the mark.
Right, can find a diamond in the rough.
A diamond in the rough. This would have been fine if Quibi didn't build their whole mantra off of 5 to 10 minute long videos. So the movies or projects that were normally an hour long had to be cut up into pieces. So you were binge watching 5 to 8 episodes instead of just watching the movie or even a 30-minute episode all the way through. I'm not sure how the interface was or how ads were ran on the platform, but if you paid $5 and still had to watch the ads, that would be extremely frustrating if they placed an ad in between every single episode. Of course, this was an issue, but the other issue was the Quibi marketing team struggling to advertise the product and its shows that were exclusively on their app. Platforms like HBO Max and Netflix.
The fact that I didn't even know what Quibi was,
decent or even good.
I never even seen that logo before. Their marketing team had to be
tried to advertise itself, it only showed the features of the app itself and didn't give a reason for you to buy a membership if you didn't know what shows you'd be able to watch. This failure was evident rather quickly. In Quibi's first week, the app was only downloaded 1.7 million times, which may seem great, but if we compare that to Disney Plus, we can see that in Disney Plus's first week, it generated over 12 million downloads. And of course, you might say to yourself, well, it's Disney Plus, they were huge already, so just making their own software and platform, you already know that people are gonna go and subscribe to it. Now, I wanted to take into account that Quibi was running free trials just to get new users on the app, and they still were
nothing's wrong with
to
a 14-day free trial
for free. And you
would think the fact that it's
correctly, and they showed
$5 a month. Niggas aren't going to be paying that when they can
in the app. People would have more interest within it. But once
other
those
apps
free trials ended, only a small percentage of users converted from a free membership to a paid membership.
Exactly.
Now, in Quibi's first month, the app only generated $3.3 million, which is far lower than expected expectations, and with Quibi having almost $2 billion invested into it, they had to make way more money in order to pay back the investors, and the $3.3 million was only a percentage of what they were expecting to make in the first month. Quibi struggled to find an audience, and this once big idea that would shake up the video on demand industry started to look like a complete bust. This all starts from the top and trickles down. The CEO and executives struggled to understand the younger audiences that they were trying to get on the app. So without a direction or audience,
right, that app looked like it was made for
and I can end this
old
section
people who
off
like
with
watching
a quote
soap
to sum
operas.
up why people didn't use Quibi. If I'm going to watch Game of Thrones in 8-minute chunks, what's the difference between what he's doing and me hitting the pause button? Now, to keep it plain and simple, Quibi failed because of the quality of the content on the app and how much money it costs for a membership, even though the app was new and didn't feature great TV shows or well-established TV shows. And they created the perfect storm of a catastrophic failure, with the platform only being active for 6 months. It launched in April of 2020, but shut down in October of that same exact year. The creators of Quibi would blame the pandemic for the app's failure to perform, but would then backpedal later on and state that it wasn't fair to blame the failure on the pandemic, and the failure was all on them.
Exactly. I'm about to say the pandemic, that was, everybody was on the internet, everybody was on their phones. That's false. And I'm not gonna, okay, I disagree with this one. Facebook did not die. Facebook is just not, how do I say, it's either you're on Facebook or you're not on Facebook. I see Facebook as if I see, like, I say Facebook and Twitter are the same. You're either on Twitter or you're not. You're either on Facebook or you're not. Does that make sense? Because there are hundreds of thousands of people on Facebook. Because even when I go in there and I look at a random video, that video be having 10 million views. So I don't know how Facebook is dying, but let's see what he got to say.
The first thing that probably comes to your mind is Instagram or Mark Zuckerberg. The first thing that probably doesn't come to mind is their way of video sharing and how you can make money off of that website. Now, just like Vine in 2013, Mark Zuckerberg tried to capitalize off of the success of YouTube. At first, creating a way to upload videos to your Facebook wall back in 2007. As time went on and as YouTube started to generate billions of views each year, Facebook would continue to boost their efforts to compete against YouTube, but in the background. 2019 would be a big year for Facebook. They'd be able to bring the live streamers who were on Mixer onto the Facebook platform, which boosted their audience after Mixer went under. Facebook would then start to pay creators even more money for the videos that they uploaded to the platform. These payouts were nowhere near the amount of YouTube's, but it was another way to try and reel in new creators to Facebook. But Facebook ultimately failed. The Facebook app still showcases videos, but they are usually re-uploads from YouTube, or they are just BuzzFeed or other creators like 5-Minute Crafts, and they really don't have much personality behind them. These videos weren't original, and the ads that played during the video were just obnoxious. You see, Facebook is different compared to YouTube. Facebook is a social media platform where you connect with other people, join groups, and add friends. Video sharing and uploading wasn't at the forefront of Facebook. So the users that were on Facebook never really interacted with the videos uploaded to the video tab. Facebook tried to fix this by showcasing some videos onto your personal feed, but the majority of the time these videos were passed over. YouTube, on the other hand, was solely focused on content creation and how well a video could perform on their platform.
Yeah, nothing's going to be bigger than YouTube.
The algorithm was better than Facebook's algorithm, and YouTube was more user-friendly. Because of Facebook struggling to keep up with YouTube, Meta would focus on Instagram and Instagram Reels.
With Google behind them as well.
With TikTok. Reels were decent and was more user-friendly on Instagram, but people started to hate the fact that Instagram was moving away from photo sharing and was promoting more Reels onto the platform. But Mark Zuckerberg knew that he had to keep his creators who were on Instagram happy. So in July of 2021, Mark posted a status to his Facebook account stating, "We want to build the best platforms for millions of creators to make a living. So we're creating new programs that invest over $1 billion to reward creators for great content they create on Facebook and Instagram through 2022. Investing in creators isn't new for us, but I'm excited to expand this work over time. More details soon." Over time, the concept videos being posted on your Facebook feed would start to vanish and was replaced with Reels and the Reel Shelf, which instead featured content that was re-uploaded from TikTok. Now, Facebook has been in the game for many years, but has struggled to build a video sharing platform. I think if Meta created a separate app, then that issue could be fixed. This app could be similar to YouTube, but just slightly different to where they focus solely on Reels and video. Now, Meta wasn't a huge failure, but it did have to consistently change its strategy in order to compete with other platforms.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Facebook failed
in order to compete with
it's
Twitch,
just as
or when Instagram
big
created
as YouTube.
stories
That's
in
all
order
it is.
to compete with Snapchat. But let me know how you feel about Meta.
Snapchat is dead.
Did you even know that they
that's
had a
that's
way
dead.
for users to make money on the platform? Let me know in the comments.
I don't care what nobody said.
Now, I know that I said that this video would only feature 5 platforms that died over time or failed.
See, here we go,
miserably.
Snapchat.
But as I was editing, I remember one platform that definitely had its time in the limelight, but fell off pretty hard, which could be due to Instagram stealing some of its ideas, or just other platforms just pickpocketing the
Streaks,
Snapchat ideas.
streaks,
Snapchat is
streaks.
an app where you can
Question mark?
send and share videos and pictures.
I used to
but over
hate that
time,
shit.
it started to have a showcase area.
I swear to God, if you still do streaks in 2023, you are a middle-aged to old man who poses to be a 16-year-old girl trying to meet up with these little boys. I'm telling you.
Brands were able to post their own Snapchats or host their own shows on the app. This was good for the creators, and I'm pretty sure David Dobrik has his own show on Snapchat. But this was horrible for anyone that was trying to view their shows. The ads in between Snapchat shows were absolutely insane. A lot of the time, they were unskippable and lasted 15 seconds. Now, it was a different ad structure than what you would see on Facebook or even on YouTube.
Is
These
this
ads were
video
extremely low
in
quality,
the background
and it would
showing
just take
someone
a
how to
long
make a
time for you to
Snapchat
be able
account?
to skip this ad. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, like, it's only 15 seconds. It's not that long. What, you don't have like a patience. But if you were in the middle of watching a Snapchat story or Snapchat show and an ad pops up unexpectedly, it just ruins the user experience. Snapchat, I feel, has become irrelevant over the years, and I can't even remember the last time anyone has even spoken about that app, unless we're talking about horrible creators on YouTube, which happens to be Mini Lad, who used the app for pretty horrible things. But if you want to know exactly what Mini Lad used the app for, you can go check out that video. I'll leave it in the comments below. Now, in conclusion, there are other platforms that have disappeared over the years. Some that I asked the community about over on the community tab, and if you subscribe to the channel, you will be featured in a video, either if you vote for whatever I want to talk about in the next video. And sometimes while I'm in the middle of making scripts, I'll ask the community which person or which YouTuber I should put in the next video. And that's usually right when I'm making the script too. So if you actually upvote or just vote for one, then you'll probably be in the video. But anyways, I asked the community the other day about some of these other platforms, and vid.me, Dailymotion, and Blip were other platforms that featured some of the same things. Upload to the website and watch the views grow. But that never happened. Now, Rumble was in that list for a while, but then it started to pick up steam once the alpha males of YouTube were banned and ultimately had to find another platform to upload to that was less strict with their policies. Now, I never heard of Rumble until my community told me to upload a video that was demonetized.
I've heard of Rumble
YouTube
because of
I was
somebody.
unable to figure out how to even use that website, and the interface was pretty lackluster and pretty different.
Rumble is
in the comments of the community
too,
post, someone also commented saying that I left out kick.com, and I did, but only for the simple fact that I'm still waiting to see how much longer that platform can try to compete with the mega platform Twitch. Now, the benefits of Kick is being able to stream on different platforms at the same time, which is something you weren't able to do on Twitch anymore. But Kick has the same issue that Mixer had, which is overpaying the streamers in order to get an audience.
Nah, Kick has an audience now.
Also go on this list.
I need to see when this video is made.
Why I say this is because Twitch,
and best believe I will be on Kick very soon.
To do anything correctly. They've always been biased towards female streamers, and this was a big issue for a very long time. Even though Kick has just started to emerge as a real competitor to Twitch, it's already taken a lot of their bigger streamers, offered better payouts, and have an easier policy to follow, unlike Twitch's. The only thing that helps secure Twitch and its livelihood is the fact that it's owned by Amazon. Kick isn't owned by any huge company, at least that's as far as I know, which could be an issue for new creators who are scared to take a leap onto the Kick website because it might fail due to funding issues. Now, these platforms could always die quicker than we think, so don't forget to update this video in a couple months once something big happens, or if anything big does happen. Now, creating this video opened my eyes to just how massive YouTube is as a platform.
Bro.
With
no one's taking down
YouTube
will
probably never reach a point where it'll ever shut down, unless Google releases a new platform that'll replace YouTube. Netflix is another platform I feel would take some time to die off, but with so much more competition from other video on demand platforms, it does seem like it could be at risk further down the line.
I think Netflix is definitely smaller than what it used to be.
Competitors, but it's always able to do stuff right and make sure that it's secure.
What they were doing with the prices, the ads,
5 years,
all that.
they cannot compete with YouTube and Google. Netflix,
on the other hand, get that money back rolling.
And changed the whole entire scenery within the industry. Video on demand, especially for movies, was so different when Netflix first came on. The only competition was Blockbuster. But over time, companies started to see how Netflix was moving and started to do their own thing. That's why we got HBO Max, we got Tubi, which is free.
All right, I guess you're just gonna.
Hulu, we got.
I think
there's a couple.
This is damn near the end of the video. We get the gist. But yeah, Snapchat, Mixer, goddamn QB, where the fun that shit was, Vine. Yeah, those are probably the hard hitting. Like Mixer and Vine are the two things that come to mind when I think of a platform that just shut down and failed completely off of their own mistakes and own decisions. Hopefully Kick doesn't do the same. Kick.com/OgMk. But if you guys enjoyed that video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.